We have people I haven't seen before. Anya Verkaya, Douglas Davis,
Nice to meet you.
Nathan Schmidt,
Nathan is a friend of ours, of Anya and ours, so he was just joining in to hear about the works going on.
Where were you, Douglas? Then where are you coming in from?
So we're from brisk and cold Wisconsin. So we're Anya and I are members of Rotary Club of Milwaukee, but we're affiliated with a couple of other organizations that have been working together to provide aid and support to Ukraine as well.
hello Patricia.
Hi, Patricia.
How are you? Is there another Patricia? Okay. just checking. How are you?
We're doing great. I like that name, Katerina Shirikova. And Anya Verkovskaya.
That's right.
Verkovskaya. I do.
Let me add myself into that for the audio, and let me change the background over there, and I'll turn off some of the music, guys. Usually this is about the time where I will say welcome to Rotary Club of Global Impact number 224-228. For those of you out there in TV land watching this meeting later on Saturday or later in the week, we thank you so much. And I turn it over to President-elect Dr. Crawford for her welcoming notes. She is our next president, Dr. Crawford.
Oh, thank you, President Marty, and hi to all of you. Because I'm on the West Coast, so I've only just woken up, and I woke up late today. My message to you is really about something I read this morning. Is about a sense of belonging, and it's sense of belonging is really important to people. It's something that I think is a lot missing in organizations and cultures that don't understand people. And I'm a very people person, and I'm very proud to show you my new book, which I know Marty and Patty have got. But the power of authentic harmony is a mission for myself, but also to help our world deal with the serious issues of life, is to stop arguing and to understand that we all need and want to belong in our own environments. So a sense of belonging is about communication, conversation, relationships, and that's what we're all about. So this club does stretch its arms across the world, and that means we're tiny but special. Isn't that right, Marty?
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to from Douglas today and hearing from all of you. So I'll pass you back to Marty to remember to be the sense of belonging today.
And thank you so much. We always bring on our world anthem for these meetings, and then we go right into our speaker. So we will do that today. Our world anthem that we have selected is actually going to be sung this year, much like We Are the World. If you remember Michael Jackson and all the people singing, We Are the World. We are going to be doing that with our world anthem with all of our members' voices. So it's going to be fun. I will go on ahead and do our world anthem. It's called Smiles. And this is actually this song, Smiles Emerging from the Darkness. The executive producer for this is Dr. Pauline Crawford. The main choreographer and musician is her husband, Dr. Jim Crawford. And we have a bunch of other friends playing instruments.
Yes.
So let me crank that up, guys, and I'll just deny that call there. Looks like somebody's trying to call me, and I give to you Smiles Emerging from the Darkness, our world anthem.
Where is all the good news? Where's the helping hand? Where are all the smiles I used to see? They gotta be here somewhere. I think I'll take a look around. Maybe try to find some harmony. All the love we used to know, just too hard to find. Giving in to feelings of despair. World we knew is upside down. Fears replacing love. It hurts. No one seems to care. There's a smile that says hello. Another says goodbye. One that promises I'm giving you my heart. I've seen a smile convey I love you. I'm proud of who you are. The one that keeps us close when we're apart. Walking from the darkness of all that we've been through. It seems that there might be a way to leave behind the loneliness we've known and live again life of hello. Another says goodbye. One that promises I'm giving you my heart. I've seen a smile convey I love you. I'm proud of who you are, and one that keeps us close when we're apart. Maybe if we talked, I'm thinking we could have conversations that end with let's agree. We may be a little closer than we think, finding our way home finding our way to harmony, to the beauty and the joy of harmony.
Jimmy James, thank you once again, Jimmy James. Still playing strong and a survivor of COVID, in and out of the hospital. Doesn't matter how down you are as a veteran for the United States. He has shown us that you can achieve, you can come through it, you can make it, you will get through this. And amazing testament to the human spirit. Jimmy James. I call him Jim Jiminy Cricket, and I get everybody laughing. Jim Jiminy. Yes, I get even singing. Rebecca from Ireland, how are you today? God bless you. Good to see you so much. Katerina Shirikova from Ukraine and Dubai, traveling in Dubai right now. And Juanita K. Burke from Bermuda, from the islands. I got my island weather going here. You can see the ocean is in the background. Juanita, she's a wonderful attorney. Also, Nathan Schmidt, welcome to you. And Patty from New York, Patty Frudenberg. We're going to be getting to a secretarial report. And Doris, we love you so much, and we're jealous of your library in the background here in the Love Valley of Kings Mountain. Also, Quanta Dawn Light, the light of the earth. Our peace delegate for the entire district, and also a peace delegate all the way up at the top of the world. If you have questions about peace initiatives, finding peace, sharing peace, gaining peace, spreading peace, Quanta is this club's expert. And our guests today, I would be remiss if I did not say Anya and Doug, or Dr. Douglas Davis. Special guests. I'm going to bring up what we've been working on. As you guys know, we are never sitting around, wondering what to do. An old Irish proverb that my Irish American mother often reminded me of: a rolling stone gathers no moss. Okay. So my beautiful mother with her red hair and lily white skin, always bringing those Irish proverbs to me, used to also tell me, you have to eat a pinch of dirt, Martin, if you want to go to heaven. That's another one. So, great to see our special guests here. But let me bring up what we have been working on, guys, because as I say, we are not sitting around enjoying 2 New Years with Chinese New Year this week and doing nothing. For several months now, due to the providence of Aaron Newman Myers, our personal hero in this club and Rotarian, we have been doggedly working on more and more generators. And so that is what our guest speakers of Dr. Douglas Davis, a medical doctor, is going to speak about today. And Anya from Be an Angel of Germany, Germany's #1 voted person for the country, for let's just say love. Okay. We can go all into the accolades and what they are, but just spreading that love and helping people. This is what we are working on right here on the 1,073 generators right now. Let me show you this document. You have seen this being shared around in the Friends of Rotary group with almost 150 Rotarians and friends all over the earth. Can everybody see that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see the Rotary Club of Milwaukee up there, and this is where our guests are from today. and the Global Impact Rotary Club logo is there. One of the newer Rotary clubs to just come in was the Rotary Club, the International Business Club of Kiev, Ukraine, David Morin. And this got going, as you can see, these guys actually blew past the $75,000 request, and they're actually raising up towards 100,000 now. So we're going to be updating this letter today. All these signatures at the bottom from the Rotary Club of Milwaukee, we're going to be adding to this, and all these other clubs. We're about this far away from Rotary Club of Silicon Valley Global Impact coming on board. And last night was approved $1,800 to buy a generator from the Pentagon Club in Washington, D.C. So we're about that far away from adding their logo also. And so that's what we're doing. We're very interested in adding more logos to this sheet, make it become 2 sheets, more signatures at the bottom of Rotarians who want to donate money, who want to be involved, who want to help in any way they can. And our guest speakers today are going to talk about what they've been doing, particularly with this first 400 generators going in to Ukraine. So that's kind of where they're at. And I've got some photos, but biggest thing I could say in introducing them today, and Dr. Douglas Davis out of the Rotary Club of Milwaukee, is this link right here. Because if you click on this link, like I did, you're able to go in and donate. It could be $10, $5, $1. We don't care what it is, $100. I like the 1776 because it represents freedom to me, $17.76. You could donate anything right there. You'll notice on even a PDF, if you hover over it, it turns into a hand. It'll take you into their website. And I'm just going to click on it, but I want to make sure everybody can see that this Rotary Club of Milwaukee came up. Did that come up, or did you're unable to see it?
It did.
Okay, because sometimes it doesn't come up. I just want to be certain and safe and sure. Okay, so you can see right here the Rotary Club of Milwaukee owns the Rotary Community Trust here. And then if you're in there, you can easily make a donation. Like right up here, it says right there, when you hover, it says donate. So you could go in there and donate. You could read a little bit more if you would like to. And what I'd like to do to set you up to kick it off, Doug, is there's a donors over here where they list a lot of the donors, by name. And you guys have your own page, don't you, Doug?
Well,
the Ukraine support page right there. How about I leave it right there? Can you see that page okay? Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
So everybody, without further ado, it is our great honor to introduce Dr. Douglas Davis. I know a lot of people throw the doctor around and a doctor of philosophy. Dr. Davis is a medical doctor, formerly practicing for a long period in the field and industry, a graduate of Yale University, and actually took off this whole, year to do nothing but this. And so without further ado, it's a great honor to introduce from the Rotary Club of Milwaukee, Dr. Douglas Davis.
Дуже дякую, Marty. Добрий день. Я радий, що ви прийшли. Мене звати Dr. Douglas Davis. So thank you, Marty. Good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased to be here with all of you. And my name is Dr. Douglas Davis. I'm a physician from the Madison, Wisconsin area. I was a practicing radiologist up until last February. But you might be forgiven for mistaking me as a true and authentic Ukrainian, but by my perfect Ukrainian pronunciation. But alas, I'm only Ukrainian by marriage. My wife is Dr. Natalia Boha. She's a medical oncologist. She and I both met and trained together at Yale and moved to Wisconsin about now almost a decade ago. She's originally from Lviv, Ukraine. Came to the United States as a foreign exchange student while still in high school, stayed on for college, and then we met at medical school and grad school together. And her entire family is from Lviv, most of whom are practicing physicians, including Dr. Taras Haba, practicing anesthesiologist from Ukraine. But before the war, we evacuated her entire family here to our home in Wisconsin. And when the invasion began outright, we quickly moved to do whatever we could to mobilize our backgrounds in healthcare. My wife's sister is also was a practicing cardiologist in Lviv, and we had extensive networks of colleagues and contacts here in the United States and in Ukraine to mobilize medical supplies. And that was our original mission because it was the natural fit for us as healthcare providers. We have been working with an organization called the Ukrainian Medical Association of North America, which is itself a 501c3 entity that's been in existence for 70 years, and which quickly pivoted at the beginning of the war to mobilize medical resources. We've worked with the Illinois chapter, and over the past 11 months have sent about 400 tons of medical supplies, equipment, ambulances, and if it's in a hospital, you pretty much name it, we've sent it. But I use that to provide background to how Anya and I came to work together. And Anya, it's difficult to describe Anya. I just simply present her as miracle worker. She's the brains of the operation. But Anya and I came into contact last May when we were trying to figure out how to do a shipment of about 20,000 pounds of medical supplies that we had here in the Milwaukee area. I should mention, with the medical supply work, the core backbone of that, of the actual organizing and putting together volunteers, has all been the Rotary Club of Milwaukee. So Rotary Club of Milwaukee has been foundational to everything that we've done. And when Anya and I came together last May, we began working together with Umana, but also with Rotary Club of Milwaukee. And Anya has been just incredible at helping us to manage the not uncomplicated logistics and bureaucracies of sending medical humanitarian aid. But obviously, this fall, as we began to recognize the threats and what Russia was doing in terms of attacking the Ukrainian infrastructure to weaponize winter.
Thank you.
Anya and her organization had already pivoted to look to source generators very early on. This original order of the 1,073 generators, I think her organization placed way back in November. And we obviously, having had such success working with her through Umana and the medical supplies, and with Rotary Club of Milwaukee, and you can, on that website that Marty presented, you can look at some of the impact reports that Anya's produced as a result of that, and actually showing how our supplies were distributed and delivered in Ukraine. So we knew Anya could get the job done. So our group support her and being angel this and doing fundraising. And I'm going to let Anya speak more about the generator project itself, because like I said, she's the brains of the operation. And basically what we started was we started a working group with Rotary Club of Milwaukee, bringing in some of the partner Rotary clubs in throughout the Wisconsin state, and now even the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, to specifically fundraise. And we started this right before the holidays. And I think I apologize that I'm in transit because I'm actually heading into Milwaukee for a Rotary Club meeting where I believe we're going to be presenting Anya with a check for around $60,000. That's a part of the total 100,000, but I've been told our number is now approaching 125,000. So that's where we're at. And I can go on forever. So I'm going to let Anya take over and talk a little bit more about the project. And of course, if anyone has questions, we're available.
Thank
Well,
you.
guys, I do have to get off in about 5-10 minutes because we're at our warehouse. I have to deliver some medical supplies and then get on the road to get to downtown Milwaukee. So, but thank you all, for having us on, and we'd appreciate your support.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Dr. Davis. Thank you so much. And Anya, go ahead.
Thank you. I will first want to express my gratitude for inviting me to participate and share with you. I'm extremely honored to be a Rotarian. First, a couple of words about my organization. It's been around for 7 years. We are currently in 4 countries, but our focus is, of course, on Ukraine. Right now, we're supporting refugees from all over the world. In Europe, we're supporting refugees from Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, also regions devastated by Russia. Our focus shifted to Ukraine. When the war started, we dropped everything, and we divide our operations in 3 main categories: crisis management, sustainability, and future and rebuilding. Crisis management is basically dealing with immediate war-related concerns that are critical. That includes medical supplies and food, blankets, generators, winter supplies. And rescue includes evacuations. We evacuate elderly, sick, and handicapped, and we do that only from the front lines. Our focus, front lines. And we evacuated about 18,000 people who were sort of left behind because they were too difficult to evacuate, because they were either paralyzed or wheelchair ridden, etc. So that's our focus. In addition, we're bringing a lot of supplies in. We brought in about a few thousand tons of humanitarian aid, few ambulances, hundreds of different ambulances by now, and various types of other critical aid. And working with Dr. Davis, Omana, and the Rotary Club of Milwaukee was a great honor. We quickly realized in the summer of last year that there will be an energy crisis. And we thought that we need to start negotiating the rates to purchase generators way in advance so we could get really low rates. So this process I started in August of last year, where generators were not on the minds of many people.
Okay. I think maybe she just froze a little bit, so we'll wait for her to come back on. But I have a map up here of Be an Angel in Germany is primarily where they are from, and then when all this started. There you are. You're back now, Anya.
Okay. Okay.
You just froze on us for a second.
I'm sorry. So I was saying that we were able to secure the rates about 40% below the market prices because the contracts were negotiated in the summer. So we are in the process of delivering those generators. We're going to be working very closely with the Rotary Club in Ukraine, or several Rotary clubs in Ukraine, to distribute those generators to the front lines. We have 5 types of generators because we want to cover different types of needs. Our focus for this particular project, only portable generators that you can easily move, because when you move those generators, it allows people to be a little bit more flexible and mobile, depending on what's happening on the ground. However, we know there are all kinds of needs, and our shipment of this 1,073 generators will not be sufficient to cover all needs. So with these 5 generators, we focus on providing warmth and electricity to people hiding in the basements, in the bomb shelters, elderly and handicapped who cannot go to the bomb shelters because they are on the 10th floor of a building, but they still need electricity and keep warm in the winter. We also providing generators for churches, synagogues, and other temples, for community centers, refugee centers where many people are gathered together. Another type of generators focused for mobile hospitals where operating rooms could be powered. So field surgeons can conduct those field surgeries in mobile operating rooms, regardless of what's going to happen with the main power supply, because as you can imagine, surgeons cannot even start the procedure, operating procedure, without a generator backup, because then it's life or death of a patient. And then we have a large generator. Our largest generator is 17 kilowatts that can power up a small hospital or a small building, like a small government building, or like a military headquarters building. However, if that building gets destroyed, the generator is mobile to be moved if it survives to another building. So because of this sort of situation of uncertainty, our first focus was on mobile generators. I want to see if you have any questions. I sort of gave you a very high level overview of the program that we currently have in place. And of course, we're very open to work with Generac and other great ideas that your club has to continue supplying generators. One last thing I want to add is that because those generators are being used continuously in most of the places, they burn up very quickly. So it's part of our sustainability program now to continue providing generators because we need to sustain the power.
Thank you so much. And also a sincere welcome watching from YouTube in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Diolase Nzinga Ramazani had a little trouble getting on today, but he is now watching. He said I provided him the streaming link for YouTube in the DRC there in Africa. Pauline, he's about what, 8 hours ahead of us, 7, 8 hours. Is he in Kinshasa? Oh, you're still muted.
It's eight hours ahead of us, or 8 or 9, depending on where he is. But yeah, it's his evening.
Yeah.
Good that he's listening.
Your eyeliner there is beautiful purple today. It's so nice. Is that what that's called? Is that eyeliner? What is that? I don't know what I'm talking about. Is that called eyeliner? Patty said no, it's not.
No, it's eyeshadow.
Eyeshadow. It's a shadow.
Okay.
It's a shadow, not a line.
I don't use these things on a regular basis, so just
anyway. I just want to honor what Anya was sharing with us. I think is absolutely amazing, And I suppose on a very practical level, because I'm sure it is cold up there. When does the spring weather come? How long do we have to keep getting the generators there?
Well, I am afraid that we have few more years of this, and I'll explain why. When it becomes warm, people will not be dying from cold, which will be around May.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they still need to have lights, refrigerators, making food, warming up food for the babies. We need generators for incubators when women give birth.
Yeah.
Babies. We need generators to keep hospitals going, to keep water pumps, because all those buildings don't have water when there is no electricity without generators. So I think that it's not just about the cold, it's about living conditions. If you think everything from a cup of coffee to even flushing a toilet down, we have a big program, believe it or not, of helping elderly use other means of, because they can't flush a toilet. And they're on the 10th floor. And we're talking about very, very large number of people suffering. So the generator project will last for years, really, because it's way beyond just being cold. It's about living conditions.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd like to just echo how much I understand that, because we were driven out of our home and evacuated this week. I drove back from Washington, D.C., and I'm carrying pots of water around the house right now because we had a water pipe that snapped and burst in a wall, and my wife was able to save our art gallery. But you're exactly right. We feel so privileged that we still have heat and electricity, but all water has been cut off. So, everything stops working. I'm making coffee with bottled water. I'm using pots of water to pour down toilets. Things start to get stinky and smelly, and you are asking yourself, why am I living in a 5,000 square foot mansion and living like this? And you have the simplest person in Ukraine that's saying, why do I own a 500 square foot apartment and I'm living like this? And then the apartment is blown up. So Quanta Dawn Light with a question. I see a hand up.
Yes, thank you. Actually, I visited Kiev in 2019, and also I have friends that's about 90 miles south of Kiev in Guta, and I visited about a week there in a horse farm. So I really, really loved your country, and unfortunately, I had to come home because I broke my arm. I fell off in the hostel where I was staying. My friend is still there in Guta with his wife, and he's American actually. He used to work for World Bank and etc. And they have a solar farm, and they are helping refugees actually from Kiev. They come there and stay in their farm. Children, they have children's classes. And I told him, I said, don't you want to leave? He says, nope, I'm staying where I am because I'm useful here. So I really, really admire, I really liked your country, and I like the people a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just wanted to share that I have no question. I hear a lot from Gary about, we talk almost daily. So we are praying and hoping for peace in your country.
And I think we're kind of perched on the precipice now with this donation of almost $2,000 last night to buy a generator or get some things delivered, because it's not enough to achieve the dream that, I was showing a 1 megawatt generator for 26,000. Well, it was 46,000 UAH, 46 million UAH. for the hospital to live. And then Curson, we've got 2 of them there that we just did. So Aaron Newman Myers, he got a $2,000 commitment last night from the Pentagon Club to buy some generators. He was asking about powering a hospital, and I told him that's not enough money to do a hospital, but we can take the $2,000 and buy some generators and do something good with it. And really, I told him we need to just have that money from the Pentagon Rotary Club, whether it's a check or they want to do the online donation, just to do that at the Milwaukee Club address all the time, because we're leaving that in Dr. Davis's hands. But then can you somehow, Dr. Davis, get that particular $2,000 donation with whatever it buys? Can you get that to Katerina and Elena in Kiev?
Well, I'll let Anya speak to you, because Anya has a very well thought out and Anya's done an incredible amount of due diligence in terms of making sure that our donors will be assured that their money's not going to be wasted and not going to be going to corrupt profiteering, but then also to make sure that the end delivery is done in a way that if Katerina or others have a target that end user that they'd like to see prioritized, and we'd obviously like to make sure those end users that are being prioritized are ones that are the most in need, the most frontline, or the most high impact, like hospitals and clinics that are going to be caring and treating for those. Anya has developed a very elegant process for doing that. I'll let her speak to that, because, like I said, she knows all this way better than I. That's why I go to. If I have difficulties with anything, the first person I call is Anya. But just to put a point on that, though, if you have a particular one in mind, so everyone in Ukraine, particularly near as you get to the east, to near the front lines, has needs, and unfortunately you can't provide enough generators there fast enough. And even though this is 1,073 generators, that's not an infinite amount. So I mean, a large majority of these are already spoken for, going to good causes. I'll let Anya talk about what may still be available. We have been trying, if you have a donor that would like to contribute to the process that Anya and the Rotary Club Milwaukee has helped co-sponsor, we'll happily accept those funds and make sure that they're used properly. And if you have an end user in mind, we can certainly work with Anya being Angel and doing the proper paperwork and everything, so that everybody's assured at the end of the day that you're going to get a nice impact report showing that it's gone where you would like it to go. We'd be happy to do so. I apologize. I have to hop off of the meeting, and just while I'm finishing up, we're actually at our 40,000 square foot warehouse with our cargo trailer of medical supplies that we're dropping off, and I'll just, this is where we do our medical supply operation.
And I think you're up to 400 tons shipped in to date. Is that correct?
Something on that order, yes, sir.
400 tons. And we're
trying. We're not going to quibble. We're not going to quibble over a ton here or there, but yes,
we're trying to get more to Katerina Shirikova, Rotarian, here in the club, to go to the warehouse.
And Katerina, I'll be giving Elena and you guys a call later. So I do apologize for having to hop off, but I really do appreciate having had the opportunity today. I'm heading into downtown Milwaukee after this to meet up with Anya, and
then you're flying to Ukraine next week. So
I will be headed to Ukraine to assist Anya and her team, and also to work with some of our medical colleagues over there on the work we're doing with the Ukrainian Medical Association of North America. So yes,
Love you so
got
much.
some
and
we got some busy work ahead of us.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Thank you all for having me, and I apologize to have to log off early.
Great
Take
to
care.
Warehouse. Also, I have to take a break to introduce a fellow president. Whenever a president of a Rotary Club comes on, or an area governor or our governors, Ms. Dolly Parikh, president of Silicon Valley Club of Global Impact. Ms. Dolly Parikh, welcome. She's a twin club. We have a signed twin club with them. We are an authorized certified twin club. And if you're searching on Rotary.org for global impact, you type those words in, there's only 2 clubs on earth that are doing this. It's us and them in the Silicon Valley. So, Dolly, how are you today in California?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you for nudging me, and I'm so glad to be here today.
By the way, Dolly, I refer to her as our water goddess. She has a gold scepter in one hand, and often you will see her with them crossed in front of her on the throne. If anybody needs water, boreholes, wells, wash, this woman has revivified entire rivers, where you see, here's the before picture of a dry river bed, 40 years dry, and here is the after picture with flowing rapids in a full river, miles and miles, and all the farms that are being irrigated now, impacting hundreds of hectares and 50, 80 homes with families. Anything about water, boreholes, wells, questions, it doesn't matter where on earth. She routinely gets on planes and she's texting me, Marty, I'm actually in Greece right now, but headed to Istanbul. And then, the next day she's in India. And so Dolly is an expert that you can turn to fix and solve water problems. So we need your help in Somaliland. Any other questions today for our guest speaker, Anya? Anya, can you give us one time for your last name so we get it right?
Yes, it's Verkovskaya. And Martin, with your permission, I would like to just answer your question that you asked about allocation. So when we get funds from any of your donors, and we learn who you want to send it to, our engineers work with you to make an analysis which building requires which type of generator, just to make sure that whatever we're going to be providing for your funds is going to meet all the needs. Then we start the paperwork, then we deliver that generator. So the process is fairly simple, and absolutely when the donations come with specific requests, we absolutely attend to it very seriously.
Well, thank you so much. I think, Katerina, are we going for the orphanage in Kiev? Is that the main target that we're going to head for? I think this is what I'm hearing from the chatter last night in our disaster management team. We have a Rotary DMT section that we could even add you into, Anya, and our aspirations to. Katerina, are we going for the orphanage? Is that what we're going to go for?
Yes, we are ready. Very bad connections. Apologize for this. Yeah. Well, thank you all for all support, Anya. You are doing great job. We know how it's hard in Ukrainian to you continue to doing with your team all this support. It's a amazing job. Thank you all people from Rotary, from all America. It's really we are blessedly thankful for all people for help for us. Yes, it's still Ukrainian. We are lacking humanitarian aid. A lot of always need a lot of support. Started from some simple things like food, medical supplies, winter clothes, I don't know, blanket, generator especially. Yeah, we're still
continue to receive some requests, even from Kiev region, from capital, from small hospital like kids hospital to regarding the generator, because doctors they buying from his own money some simple things, for need to provide some medical support for kids, for example. Yeah, and now it seems that we are
I know.
able to distribute everything and to provide for right people, right hand to right people, village to small village. We have all opportunities. We have people. We have water house, our own, and volunteers, and passion for to help to people. It's most important. That's why
Thank
we
you.
are ready to do this.
Thank you so much. And I know even we got from President Alexander Mueller from Hamburg, the Maritime Motion Club, we got Lego sets for children, toys, blankets, food, candles, clothing, the basics. Even one time I was told, look, Martin, we imagine like living in a shelter as a homeless person. That's how bad it can get. So if you consider a homeless person on the street, that would be everything that we need: toothbrush, soap, toothpaste, shampoo. If we have water, otherwise you're down using the water from the creek, and we're trying to sterilize that, to boil the water, to wash your hair. So everybody, let's keep stuff cranking and moving forward. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to our secretary for an update. Ms. Patty Frudenberg from New York.
Sure. Well, before we go with the update, I just want to ask Anya one question. It's on the personal side. You seem to be doing a lot, and you have a long road ahead. What can we do for you? What can we do for you? How can we share? Where can we go to help you?
One thing that I am not doing a very good job is telling our story and spreading the word about our organization and the work that we're doing, because our team is working 20-hour days for 11 months at delivering aid and evacuating people, and we don't have time or connections, to be honest, to reach out, to have media coverage, to tell the world.
Said enough. You said enough. We got you. Marty, Pauline, Dolly, everybody here, we got you. Thank you. Thank you. We got you. Yes, be an angel. Here we come. Thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts. I'm going to speak on behalf of the Rotary Club as a secretary. And Marty, we do have some good news. We have a new member also doing amazing work in Somalia land, and we're really excited to talk about Anab Ali, and we are excited to talk about her foundation. And maybe you could speak a little bit more on that, because I know you were hands-on in DC a couple of days ago only. In the midst of all that you've been doing, the planting trees that you were a part of with the governor, that was also new news. And we still have some people that are as guests waiting to maybe join a board, but we're happy that we have plenty of guests that are very involved in our Friends of Rotary group. So that's wonderful, because we're very supportive there. And again, the generators, we really spoke on today's presentation, what we're really focused on these days. So yeah, that's all that comes to mind right now. But back to you, Marty.
Yeah, thank you. We do have a new member to announce who has paid her dues, Anab Ali. And as everybody knows, part of our changing goals and initiative this year has been to ask every member to please pay $100 to Rotary Foundation. We need that to become every Rotarian every year certified, EREY. If every member in our club does not donate $100 per year, we cannot partake in writing grants for global grants. Global grants start at about $30,000 and go up to $400,000. We are excellent grant writers and foundation fundraisers known all over the world in the Presidential Center, easily taking that to write, say, Rebecca says, I want to build something with the child care center here, you know, and a clinic in Ireland, and it's going to be about 390,000. These are things Rotary does. The 5 dental clinics throughout the Greek islands that I was explaining to the billionairess Paula Schwartz one day on Samos Island. She couldn't believe that Rotary had already built 5 dental clinics on not only on her island but 4 other islands. And I was like, this is what we do. We received $433 million to our foundation last year. We use about 8% of that for administrative costs, which is about 34 million. The other 411 million we give out. It's free money. It's grants. We give that away. We don't keep it for ourselves. Okay. So keeping the 40-story tower in Chicago running in Evanston, Illinois, with about 400 employees, that's 34 million. But the rest of the money is handed out. So we have to get to the point to where we can write these grants, 2 to 4 of them per year. So with our new member, Anab Ali, I mentioned to her, we do request that you make an immediate $100 donation to Rotary Foundation. To do that, a member has to go online. You have to go to Rotary.org. You have to log in and put your password, sign in. And then you can make the $100 donation. It could be for women's issues. It could be for polio. My wife and I are already done. And so Quanta's done. Many of us, Doris Kennedy has just did $500 to become a Paul Harris Fellow. She's done. If we do not have this, and if we fail, we just have one member who's not done the $100, we are not allowed to write global grants. And this club has the intelligence, power, and acumen to do it because we are proven fundraisers across the earth. We have raised $500,000 just twice last year, once in Nigeria for 25,000 women farmers, and then we turned right around in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and we helped raise another 500 grand to illuminate 125,000 homes with solar power. We know how it is illegal to be involved with writing global grants if every one of your members does not donate $100 per year. So that is my changing focus and the end of my goals for 2023 as I exit my presidency and Pauline comes in. And we've already held elections last year. Patty will be our next president coming in behind Pauline. So we know who our presidents are. But we are moving towards doing this and getting this done. And this is a huge, huge, huge thing. By the way, if you would like to look at our financials at any time, they are online live at our website. We always publish our balance sheet, and our income statement is online live on our website with our bylaws and our constitution. All of that's live 24 hours a day. Any new business out there from anybody would like to throw something out on the table?
Well, one of our Rotarians is launching their Kiva loans, and we're very supportive of them because they're doing great work with Telemedi Pro. They were presenters a few weeks ago, so you could check that out on our website. And also a couple of our members just published some books. I didn't get Ritu's book yet. Apologies, Ritu. I'm waiting for that delivery. But, you know, this is Pauline Crawford's. And also, don't forget, there's beautiful, amazing information in the Rotary magazine. I encourage every member to go ahead and subscribe to the print version. It's beautiful in there. So, Marty, back to you.
Yeah, and if anybody would like to receive the magazine at their home each month, it is a beautiful, luscious, full-color mag. Please just contact Patty, and we'll get it start shipping to your house. And when you're done reading it, you know, I bring them to the doctor's office and leave it there. And I actually put a sticker on the back of it. If you're interested in joining Rotary, I use Avery Labels. Contact Marty Mangello with my phone number. You could even write with a Sharpie, call me to join Rotary. Pauline Crawford. Don't throw your magazine in the trash, I say. I drop them at the dentist's office. I leave them in the gym when we go to the gym, the doctor's office. I couldn't never throw that away. Any other new business, anybody? Anybody didn't get a chance to bring some new business to the table and was talked over? Well, then let me just show you. We are coming up live with Telemedi Pro, and then I'm going to end today's meeting. We're coming up. You will see Telemedi Pro come up live. In fact, here comes Des, Dr. Des from London. Dr. Des, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. We're going to come up live with Telemedi Pro and our Rotarian members right here on Kiva. They're getting ready to do their loan. It's going to be $13,000. And this costs $25 to donate to. So you will see Telemedi Pro come up live. And that's, of course, Dr. Shannon and Willie Stewart. And if anybody still wanted to take a look at who Telemedi Pro is and what is all about their Black-owned company with a female-owned business, that's easy to do at telemedipro.com. It's right here. And this is a disabled United States Marine, jointly owned Black couple, Black Americans, Dr. Shannon and Willie Stewart, and a female-owned business. So it couldn't get any better. Telemedi Pro, and this is going to cost you $25. And remember, when you get involved with Kiva, it's not you're donating money. They don't allow donations. Okay. Kiva is a loan, so the money gets paid back. But this is their company, Telemedi Pro, and we'll be seeing them. The soft launch is February 1st. The big official launch you will see go live to where anybody can donate is Valentine's Day, February 14th. They are fellow Rotarians and members of our club. They're doing their fundraising launch. This year, this club has decided for Black History Month, we are actually, we love celebrating past and gone on to heaven, Black leaders and heroes and sheroes. But this year we're going to make history, make our own Black American history by investing in a Black-owned, female-owned corporation who are Rotary members. So, Dr. Des, you want to take us home with 1 minute of love today for the end of the meeting?
Yes, hi. Welcome, everyone. Once again, I also say welcome to all our listeners and viewers across the world. And today, I just want to say that we have to continue doing the good works in the world so that we can help the world heal. And we also have to take care of our emotional intelligence as well, because my motto is, like, say, my quote is, when you protect the emotional intelligence of others, you're not only saving the world, but you're changing lives. So each day we need to, to have that inner joy, that inner peace within ourselves, and think about others when we are thinking about ourselves. And when we do that, we are creating a massive impact in terms of our well-being and of course, our emotional intelligence. So my message for you today is to always think and be considerate of other people's feeling. And when you do that, and we all mirror each other in this light, we are making a huge impact in the world and continue to spread love.
Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining us today. I will say goodbye now then to you and see you again in 2 weeks with a thank you message and happy Chinese New Year. Please enjoy our thank you message.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If you believe in love, alone, we can only do so much. But together,
progress is boundless. Together, we provide training and resources to people and communities, growing local economies, supporting education, and promoting peace. Together, we help those who need us the most, preventing diseases, providing clean water, sanitation, and hygiene, and supporting mothers and their children. Together, we make a difference. And it is all thanks to you. As Rotary members, we challenge ourselves to do better, only looking back to see how far we have come. Last year, more than $430 million was contributed to the Rotary Foundation. Because of you, over 1,190 global grants, 470 district grants, and 225 disaster response grants were funded. And over $15 million was donated to support refugees from Ukraine. Thank you for supporting the Rotary Foundation and all you do on behalf of others. Because of you, together we can do even more good.
Take care, everybody. Well, gosh, guys, there you have it. If you've been watching with us today, we're wrapping up another great meeting. Welcome to the new year. Happy Chinese New Year to everyone. Also, the Year of the Rabbit, and we appreciate all of your help so much. In closing today, I would just like to say thank you to Phoenix Foundation for everything they have done also with Be an Angel Foundation. Phoenix Foundation with Faraj Gilyadov has done so much in working with us all across Ukraine, from Mariupol to Kherson to Kiev to Lviv, all over the place. So with that, I will just say I would like to end today by providing this short video for you. And thank you.
Наші партнери, компанія Rotary, відправили чимало гуманітарної допомоги. Тепер справа за нами. Фонд Фенікс Груп готує до відправки допомогу туди, де вона потрібна, туди, де на неї чекають. Слава Україні! Героям слава!